Hello everybody, and welcome back to Monster Train. We begin the Covenant climb today. 25 levels of increasing difficulty all piled on top of one another. And yeah, we're going to see how far we get before extreme frustration sets in and we quit. But we're on Covenant rank 1 now, we've done it dozens of times, so surely we're going to get this one done first time, right?
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Yeah, let's do this. So, start with the Awoken with the Remnant as backup. We've got Glimmer, we've got Dripfall, we've got Pyre Shards. So, do we set up on the bottom floor, put spikes on Sentient, and then descend units down behind? That Seraph is the one that adds top floor units, I think. So, let's see. Swap the back and front. That's not going to matter if we've got spikes, really. Dazed is not good, though, when you've got spikes either. Maybe we won't even get spikes. There we go. Right, let's see what we can do. How much health do we start with? 30. We've got 2 glimmers and a bunch of restores. Can we get away with this? If we set up on the top floor? May as well try it. So there's what, 4 of them up there? 3 of them. Good. Pyre spikes. And actually we can just glimmer. I forgot we had glimmer. That kind of makes a mockery of that trial. So, train stewards. Can't hurt. Drake as well, it's just going to die horribly if it's further down. Or is it? And then, do we need to do anything else? No. So, we're only doing 14 damage, which isn't great. 23, but then they get healed up. It's not perfect. Let's pop those there. And we may as well get the last train steward out. Ah, they took 23 after the heal, so they still died in 1 hit. Could be worse. So you're going to get hit twice. Get rid of that cleric, I think. And do we dripfall another train steward for any good reason? Or do we just get a bit of regen on the go? Maybe we can build up a stack or 2 of regen. Get rid of that. And then, let's see. We can build up a little regen. It probably won't make a difference. But we've got to do it. Give it a go. Well, we've got the win. That's the main thing. Oof. 14 damage. Lovely. So, we took 4 damage in the fight. That's good. Don't need any more glimmers. I mean, bosses are dead if we can just stack enough regen. Let's see. Draft is basically just 20 damage and then it dies. I haven't got a reform in the deck. If I did get a reform though. I like Draft. He's still silver because I've never won a run with him in the deck, but I like him nonetheless. Now, can we get, say... No, we can't. Shat Shell... I mean, Sweep is good, but we've already got spikes doing the job of Sweep. Seraph's tempering our units. Do we want to put stings in the deck? I just find Vine Mother runs out of control and you end up with more stings than you could ever possibly require. Let's see, I always like to reduce 3 cost spells a bit, because otherwise you're hardly ever playing them before you get an NG upgrade from the first boss. Now, upgrade Pyre Shards. We could just load up on spikes, reroll, make it cheaper. Where is it? There it is. It's a one-dimensional strategy, but it's a start. Then set up on top floor on various fights and just build up the spikes as much as we can before enemies arrive. Yeah, there's no need to do anything drastic. Now, most of this damage will be healed by the time he gets back up probably, but we may as well wound him a bit. Could come in handy later. Oh, there we go. And let's see. Yeah, these floors are just general jumps to keep the enemies entertained while they're climbing. Lovely. And yeah, let's get some regen on the go. Could have played a drag. Maybe could have, should have. Well, we'll play one now. So he's slipping through with 8 damage. Could be worse, I guess. Keep the regen going. Glimmer? Nice. And the boss is dead. And a drag just to speed it up a bit. Or maybe it slowed it down because the drag was only doing 9 damage per hit. Ah well. Do we need even more spikes? I mean, we've already got a 1-cost Pyre Shards that we can reuse, so I don't think so. Vine Grasp, a bit of direct damage on any target. Could be helpful early game. Could be helpful late game if we upgrade it. Now there's Moulded. Get draft back even a few times per fight. It's probably worthwhile. And the Awoken Hollow. Now that's a good target for all this healing that we've added to the deck. Yeah. So we'll set up a second floor with the Awoken Hollow with the Animus of Will, because it's great. We've got plenty of 0-cost units with the dregs that we can keep playing over and over. But 5 when a friendly unit dies, we can reform units. That could be a lot of gold over the course of the run. What's our energy costs? Let's give Flicker's Liquor a go. And let's see what we've got. Now, we don't want Heartless because we're playing as the Awoken and they're all about healing and such like. We could make a guy have a big butt. I don't think we want to do that particularly. We'll take the medium. A bit of healing on the pyre might be nice. Might make other pyre related artifacts later on a bit more attractive. So, that's fine. I don't really mind Sigils dealing 1 damage on death. And we'll set it up on the top 2 floors. And we've got something to do with our healing spells until things get to the Awoken. Until they get to the Sentient. So there's our Animus of Will, that's that lot taken care of. Although I could also Glimmer. And we could Awake as well. Restore doesn't need to be made cheaper by playing the Dreg. Do I keep the Dregs in my deck just so I can play other cards later on? I'll keep them in there for now. So we could play a train steward and then descend it with Dripfall. It's more use there than it is anywhere else, really. We do want you to be healthier, but you're regenning. You're doing alright. No, we don't really need to Dripfall a dregs. It's just going to be dead in a turn or two anyway. But then again, it might make the difference. Let's see, it's going to kill at least one more unit, yeah. And it'll be dead soon. So there's our draft. We don't need to pop on the top line, because the top line's fine. We don't actually need to play the draft this turn. But if we do play him, then we could reform him. And now that train steward's free. Pop him up there as well. That'll do. It's going to be a lot more thinking and a lot slower runs probably as we climb the Covenants, but we'll see how it goes. So, now he's got a bit more damage. Some of that will make it through to the boss. Not a lot, but some of it. We'll take care of the bomb because Sentient's health isn't amazing right now. And then we'll Dripfall, Train Steward, and sod it, we'll just play out the other Train Steward. Because we do need our healing spells back. And where do we need them most? This floor's doing better damage probably than the top. Let's see, so drag, what's that made free? Dripfall. Drag, and it didn't hit awake, but let's see. Yeah, the boss is down. That's pretty good, that Awakened Hollow, you know. I mean, the Thorned Hollow is obviously good because it's got spikes and stuff, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, this guy can get pretty bulky. If we can put multi-strike on him, we've got ourselves a stew going. Or if we put Adaptive Mutation on him, put him behind Sentient, and just have one Uber floor, put other stuff above and then drop him down. Adaptive Mutation costs 2 now, interesting. And then we could play Wilting Sapwood on the ground just to get us some extra ember. And just keep things busy. But do we need to? Are we going to take... What are we going to take after this boss? Not capacity, because we're going to just overstack the middle floor. Maybe not Ember now, because of Flicker's Liquor. So card draw? I like card draw. Yeah, we'll leave those, we'll take card draw. And we shall advance. So, what were my goals? Get multi-strike on my thingamajiggabob. The hollow. Now, if I gave him a buttstone as well, nearly gave it its proper name there, then his butt becomes enormous. And that, when combined with a multi-strike, it's pretty darn good. Although, 2 multi-strikes is better. But am I going to see 2 multi-strikes over the course of the run? Let's say probably not. Yeah, we haven't even seen one yet. Do we take that and put it on draft? Draft even a part of this strategy anymore? I think he's just fun to have around. May as well. We'll give him another one later maybe. We could have given him another one there, but not a problem. Now, we don't really want to get rid of the train stewards as desperately as before, because we can just chuck them all on the same line. But they're still probably the least valuable cards in the deck. I think we'll look for free ways to remove them rather than shots. Lady Reformed gives us a second line, because then we put draft behind and we just laugh. That could be the bottom line. I don't know if we're going to need a bottom line. Let's go for it. I do like to have two lines. Spikes is less of an issue now because we're going to have an enormous hollow behind. We are going to want to target her with healing. But we also want just more HP. Let's see. Heaven's Seal, I really don't like it. But once we're set up, it shouldn't be too much of an issue because Hollow's going to stomp most things with no trouble. Are you hasting people? You are. That's pain. But that's fine, we've got 2 floors. It's just if they make it up, then they advance to the pyre. They get full healed then. It's going to take, what, 4 hits to get them down? So that's 20 damage. We'll heal back a little bit. I think we'll leave it. Oh, they've been switched around. That's lovely stuff. So, there's our lady. She's going to keep all our burnout units alive. So what, 2 dregs and... Yeah, we're not going to be able to do the Dritfall strategy because of the way they're being hasted, so we'll just throw train stewards on the 2nd floor. Yeah, 2 dregs and a draft. Well, I suppose not much is getting hasted, is it? But, oh well. We got the hollow before we got adaptive mutation, that's the main thing. So, let's have a think. So yeah, we've got no room for you anywhere now because we're not doing the descend strategy in this fight, so we'll pop you there. I mean, it's still worth healing you because you still get bigger. And it wasn't enough to kill the collector. Right, there's Draft Boy, lovely. In you go. And we'll Vine Grasp you for the fun of it. Now. Boop. Why not? Why the heck not? Adaptive mutation will be in the next hand because we're drawing 6. So, what does it do? It restores a friendly unit's full health, which would be 104, and then it swaps their attack and health. Boop. And now we've got 105 damage on him. That's why we want multi-strike on him. Let's see, you're losing life, but now we've got Big Boy on the top, it's probably not an issue. We'll play out that, and the free train steward. Lovely. It's a full train we've got going on at the moment. Overcrowded, in fact. Who's running this? Network Rail? Nah. Anyway, we've got nothing. We've run out of space to play creatures, so we're not getting any more free spells anytime soon. Bit of regen on Sentient. Should have probably played the restore there, got the 1 extra HP back. But we're still dealing 305 damage already. I like it. Now 285. 352, that's looking better. And then we've got a couple of turns to just throw heals at the top floor so they're ready. Take time, everyone. There we go. More spikes, why not? And this should be the job done. Yeah, it is. Quite comfortably. Boof! Look at that damage again. Oh my god. It's even better than earlier when I said boof. Do we need more healing in the deck? It wouldn't be bad. We've got 3 floors, well 2 floors that we're trying to keep fully healed where we can. And focus growth with a cost cheapener on it is pretty darn good. It's early, we could take Subsuming Blade and make that cheaper too. What have we got coming up? Merchant of Magic with no artifact and Pyre Health. That seems like a route we could take. Artifact first, just in case it changes our mind in the shop. So, our units aren't dying. Jack Strips is always good. That was easy. So, we definitely want to make the blade cheaper. Cheaper and more powerful? Yeah. Yeah, we only get to then play it once every run through the deck, but I'm okay with that. More powerful just means that it'll get started earlier on. Would we want double stack on anything? We found that's pretty playable even at 2 cost. Well, that's the point. I don't necessarily need to cost reduce things because of the dregs and all that, but we are running out of places to play creatures, so I think I will slap one on there. Magic power on a Glimmer? Can't be bad. We don't need the enemies to hit us at any point. We'll kill them if they try, but... Multi-strike. We've got the Glimmer now. Those guys give +2 to all friendly units. So with multi-strike involved as well, that could escalate quickly. Even with that upgraded Glimmer, I think we'll play it safe. So, strategy as intended is this. And then Train Steward can sit there for now because it's garbage. And a bit of regen on you because it can't hurt. So, oh yeah, actually you do need people to hit you, but you're on the ground floor, so Jack Strips isn't slowing you down. Animus on the top, so she can be moved down in a bit. Do we put Train Steward on the bottom just to soak some damage and get rid of it? We do. Could Glimmer there though. But if we Glimmer there and then rejuvenate you, then you'll get some extra stats. How much damage is Animus doing? Have we still not got any upgrades on you? What is this all about? Or maybe descending him. Let's see, a weight got cheapened, that's good. Yeah, let's descend you. I mean, I don't really need to play more on him, but the regen will keep buffing him throughout the fight. And then we'll pump up our blade a bit. So now those two get to the top. Yeah, we're going to take some damage there, but now we've got the problem resolved, I think. What's dead? That's Trained Steward. We really don't want to reform that. We could probably get rid of Moulded now from the deck. And we've got no room for another drag there, but we have up here. Didn't hit Dripfall. That's unfortunate. So we take a bit of damage here. Let's see. We're on 110 pyre health. One of them dies, so we get back a bit of health. So we only lost 7. That's acceptable. What have you cheapened? Lovely. Adaptive Mutation has been played. I was just thinking it's taken a while to show up, but yep, I did play it. So we could probably use a bit of health on you. You get the big heal, and now you're good to go. And yeah, we've taken... Oh yeah, we got back some health because that no damage guy got through. Didn't think of that. So we can now drip 4. Do we need to though? You've not even got any buffs on you, Animus. You might actually be out of the deck as well. Although it could be a top line cleaner upper in the Seraph fight. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, I should have probably played those other dregs in front of the draft. Yeah, I'll remember that next time, hopefully. So we can reform a unit and then play it to make something free. Subsuming Blade. That's not terribly helpful. It's a good thing we're just faffing around there. Spikes plus Meaty Boy in the back did the job. So, no, maybe. It's just another heal trigger to make our hollow bigger, but that's all it's doing. We're not reforming, we don't need Endless. Do we get Trained Stewards out of the deck? Or do we buff up our Animus? Yeah, let's buff what we got maybe. This isn't bad. I don't think this Seraph is going to put Scourges and whatnot in our deck. Blights in our deck. But it's still not bad, just to wipe out enemies while you're setting up. But 3 cost. But we're kind of countering it by being able to make everything cheaper. Let's do it. I've come around on this event. I don't mind seeing it now. There's multi-strike. Thank you very much. And let's think. Do we want to put Battlestone maybe on the Animus? Let's roll. Yes, that's although even better still. Let's embiggen her. Lovely. Scourge cards. Not blight, so they're not going to trigger off my Ember Stasis. And they could cause mana problems, Ember problems, but maybe they'll be made cheaper when I play things. Can that work? Is that a thing? Yes, they can be made cheaper. That's fantastic news. Out you go. And heals go on you. So I've got everything played except for my remnant units there, really. And here they are now. Dripfall is cheap. Let's take advantage of that fact. And do we glimmer to wipe out those Scourge Bringers? What are they actually called? Absolvers. But I like Scourge Bringer actually, that's not a bad name. Now that second line, nothing's getting past it, surely. Surely, he says. Adaptive mutation and boop. 105 times 2. So yeah, you could probably use an Awake about now on the bottom line there. Why not? Top floor, just throw out the spare dregs, see what they make cheap. Now, if that hadn't been moved to the front, that could have been fun. But it has been, so I'll hold on to the calcified ember, and I will heal up the lady, because she needs a bit. There's a lot of cards in this hand. Now, we could play out the trained stewards, see what happens. Another one became cheap, that's cool. And then it hits Scourge, good. Subsuming Blade could grow a bit more. Spikes are fun. Although largely unnecessary now that we've got that Hollow just doing the business in the background. Let's get you gone. And yeah, we'll get you gone as well. Bit of a heal and Fine Grasp. So yeah, Pyre Shards probably can come out of the deck. Double stack and regen 8. That actually keeps you alive for a long time. Oh, but I didn't play the penance. Let's gamble on like a 1, 2, 3, a 1 in 7 chance that it's the one that gets cost reduced. If I bring back a Dreg and play a Dreg. No, we got Dripfall. Fair enough. Doesn't need to be flawless, it's going to be good enough. That's one of those embers out. This floor can just die, really. And now so can Fel. And there's another ember. Delicious. So then, channel song, we've got loads of creatures, but no. Do we want more draw? Do we want more ember? We could probably use more ember. It feels like we could use that more than the others. Although it's looking like a good run, although I've said that before and then just died horribly in the final fight, so what might I duplicate if I go right? I don't know. Whereas if I go left, then we can remove... Yeah, the Pyre Shards that I've put 2 upgrades in is now not necessary in this deck any longer. And Moulded really isn't that necessary either. Multi-strike 1. Ah, we would have got it twice then. We could have got it twice on that boy. But we could just put a ridiculous amount of multi-strike on the Animus of Will. And she's pretty tanky now as well. Buttstone on the lady. Keeps her going longer. Can't be bad. Could put spikes on her as well. Just to thin out the... Although those Absolvers in the last fight had 5 health each, so spikes 4 wouldn't do enough to interest me. I don't think. Do we just go for more, or do we go for more draw? It's a sizable deck, and we do want certain cards out as soon as possible. 30 difference in HP. I think we can live with that and go for Cultivating Sentient. I think. Heaven Seal, and I'm not terribly in need of gold. No. So there's our second floor. We'll pop you up top and move you down in a bit. Adaptive we got in the too early, but it's going to be fine, isn't it? Oh yeah, Jackstrip's finishing those off, that's nice. Little chain there. You play one, it makes the next one cheaper. And Dripfall up there. Train Steward up top. And now we can play everything. So, you don't need healing though. But we may as well, just for the buff. And then you could use healing after this, but really. Well, that's most of my hand, most of my deck drawn. Here comes a bit more. 30. So we've got Dregs. And we've got Trained Stewards. And what's that made cheaper? Awake. Good. Because everyone's in desperate need of healing right now. We'll play out the draft now, I think. See what that makes cheap. Calcified Ember. Top floor taken care of. Subsuming Blade could knock off that guy. Which means you're taking most of the damage we can do. And then we've got another drag. Now do we Glimmer? And then Glimmer again for the heal. Yeah, those guys getting 15 armor every time someone dies is rough. But we've got no choice. And there we go. Keep that regen going. Could have probably... Well, no, we didn't have room for a Trained Steward up top. So a bit of damage slips through, nothing terrible. We'll play a drag, and that's hit Awake, nice. Gotta play this. Now we've got no more problems, but that first run through of the deck before we drew the Hollow and then the Adaptive Mutation was rough. 2 damage to each. Let's grow the blade. Now you're in less desperate need of healing. So can we stack... Yeah, we should probably just stack the regen on you. That's the flaw that's winning us the boss fight. And then as it happens, we draw the Awake again because, yeah, our deck's pretty thin. So, pop one of them on you for double buff. It's not a great deal, but it all adds up. 407. Oh yeah, this is the guy who, every time he gets damaged, he gains 1. So you're better off hitting him a lot of times, a small number of times, with big hits I should say, rather than a lot of times with small hits. So maybe we actually want to kill one of our own dregs. He takes less damage, but I'm pretty sure that floor is going to be fine. Kill a second dreg just to power it up. So yeah, 270. But yeah, we've got 22 stacks of regen. But yeah, it's still adding up, look at that. Even with those 2 dregs gone, he's still on 26 damage per swing. So he nearly took out my sentient. The cheeky boy. Yeah, and he's just getting... Animus is just causing +4 to his attack every swing. But luckily, 111 per swing from the Hollow. That's the kind of big hits you need to take that guy down. Bramble Lash? We're drawing through the deck pretty easily, which means we'd probably often have it available. But we've removed the reusable spike, so it's like 200 damage still. Yeah, 10 times 20. So it could be an early game winner until the Hollow gets online, but then the Ember could be just used to play the Hollow and other things. No, on we go. Seraph awaits. Don't need Pyre health. Do we need any more unit upgrades? Do we need any more upgrades? No, we don't really. We could get another big butt. Get rid of train stewards again. They've survived a long time in this run. We've still got all 4 train stewards. We've just been too busy to remove cards from this deck. Multi-strike 1. But we've not... Oh, we could put it on draft. We should probably check the artifact shop first. So whenever a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. So at most it's like 30 damage here and there. Whereas multi-strike on the draft is an extra 15 damage every turn. And then we can also give a bigger butt to the good lady. Yeah, that seems acceptable. We could afford a card purge as well. Because yeah, we've not purged anything from the deck by the look of it until right now. Train stewards, you lasted so far. I mean, you're already gold, so I've obviously got you to the end at some point. But it's rare. It'll probably become more common as we climb the Coven levels from what I've seen of them. But we'll worry about that when it happens. For now we've got a Seraph to deal with. And we've drawn Adaptive Mutation again before anything good. Yeah. Well, at least we can get rid of the multi-striker. Actually, we can get rid of both, can't we? And that'll do. Really want that hollow. There's the lady. Still haven't even got the hollow. What's going on? It's failing us at the last. No, we don't need to worry about chump blocking, do we? But we do want more card draw. So yeah, that's first guy's getting through, basically. There's the hollow. Now we can get things under control. Play out the draft. A couple of drip falls. Yeah, you're getting through, so we'll just start getting the second floor on the go. And do we drip for you? Does that benefit us in any way? We could drip for you. Now that bottom floor needs a heal. At least we've got our adaptive mutation at last. So that has to be played. Right, now we shouldn't take much more pyre damage beyond this point. All being well. That wipes out a couple of them. And focus growth gets you back up to respectable levels. Now the dregs can just come out to do what they do. .40, so you're dying in 2 hits. Yeah, that blood for blood has healed us for a good amount throughout this run. It's nice. Blade grows you. Off you. And let's see. Could use our big heals, but we haven't got them. Yeah, that bottom floor is taking a pound, and second floor is looking alright. Although one of them has slipped through the net again. Curses. Let's see. So we've got the dreg, so that makes something cheaper. If we play one thing first, then that gives it the best chance of hitting Dripfall. Yes? No. Because I can play one more thing. Because the dreg is free. Didn't hit Dripfall, so that guy's not coming down. That's a shame. How much damage are you doing, Hollow? I forgot that you keep getting sapped. Yeah, you're doing enough now. Now I think we've probably hit the point where we're not going to lose much more pyre health. So, loads of armour on these guys. Not a lot we can do about that. Oh yeah, draft's doing bugger all, because multi-strikers really get hurt by the sap. That's a shame. Keep you healed. And then just play healing spells on you to keep you buffed. But yeah, it's really going to be all about this second floor as to whether or not this lives or dies. So 28, so that's not good. Yeah, no one's dealing any damage because of all of this sap. It's just ridiculous. It's gonna have to be carried by this floor. Yep, whole lot of nothing there. 1,214, that's not enough, as you might have noticed. Loads more regen does help. helps a smidge, that helps a smidge. It's not enough. Not by a long shot. Were we slowed down by getting... Yeah, we were. If we'd got the draw right, if we hadn't got adaptive mutation before the holo, then some of those earlier ones would have done less damage to my pyre. And this wouldn't be about to happen where I die horribly. Right, we've got nothing left. It's all healing and all our creatures are dead. Optimistic at best. Yeah. Dang! I've got this unfortunate situation at the moment where I'm winning runs off camera when I'm not commenting. And then as soon as I hit that record button, things just go down the toilet. They call it the LP tax. But we won't worry about that right now. We'll be back next time for more Covenant 1 fun. And maybe then we'll take our first steps up the ladder. Thanks for watching, everyone.